But say voice we menene ya adwene. The team I said a Victor Osimhen team. Without him omo ya nothing. Anya hwe kra no mzuzu without Victor Osimhen come wo Aloko Dari Ademola Lookman. By African standards, who team now will be say some more Chukwueze, who will be in your team. Africa, they said they want to know. Yes, so mobile have to come to say the French national team in Europe. But Ademi Subaba had familiar with the Nigerian national team. What are the last 2 World Cups qualifiers in Ayabona? Yes, they come with names, but they fail to deliver. Yeah, Qatar 2022 no. Yeah, time again they be sure no. Yeah, kwa na yete Ghana ha ne dia na eba ne yesuru. Do wani abodi Victor Osimhen Napoli. Ademola Lookman. Ola Ena. Troy Sekon. And the names that names to your trust mentioning the kind of performance and you want to move Europe no. It was like a game where the bad am. And eventually you the qualification ahead of them after see a question 1-0 Abuja and they qualify. And was a Nigeria team now. And Saturdays I keep to cancel me yes. One coach in your board to take certain decisions. Whilst we are too dependent on Victor Osimhen. Watching the team carefully, it doesn't look like a balanced team compared to the DR Congo team. Because especially in the second half, time omo free, omo ba second half, no omo ba without Victor Osimhen. That was the end of the Nigerian team. Aside that, no, why will a coach decide to play in a crucial game? His name is Otobo against DR Congo, one of the most improved side the last 3 years in African football. Wabo Chukwueze, Wabo Lookman, Wabo Osimhen, Wabo Iwobi. Shebebi and Chukwueze operative me. More in the middle than a winger. Robert na wasan no. Na the man Nigeria issue no serious ne say. On say na we are yet here discussing Nigeria. So we to any kwhwe forma. Every single national team amzoto. Or an assessment or the future no. Do you the future yan under 20 and under 17. Or Nigeria under 20 no under 17. The story is not different from their senior national team. Yet here on the Ghana call World Cup in but the future doesn't look good for us. Maybe a one tournament we might think say we but after we it's another generation are feeling Nigeria for but DR Congo deserve it. So when you pick their whole story because Nigeria cry at a point in some games in Zimbabwe you know about Lesotho hope. Yes, every country here a big player in difficult moment to save them. But one team for minor this one you know because na beti so.
Na Stryker no prayer na.
Osimhen ye o prayer.
Oh.
One team for minor this one you know because na beti so. So we try say Victor Osimhen will save you. No. Sometimes he needs other players' effort. No the need na ba be kan. Enti omo Nigeria no so to so issue so. Omo NFF no say omo charge omo so time. Omo so omo nyina free office ho.
NFF for.
Omo nyina obi en free o.
Players in the zone become
the Nigerian man omo so obi en free o.
The players in the zone go kromo ho na.
There omo go say omo say at the crucial moment na next players they concentrate no. Omo drew Morocco no. The first thing they were asking for omo bonus.
So much in no abo wi. Omo ba ashe for wi.
No, before omo ne Gabon no. And omo started say dey no.
Some we Gabon no.
Omo bebo Gabon no. Omo drew Morocco no.
And they scored 4.
Who knew what they started? Is it Iwobi? And they tried a picture of their hotel. And what they buy one thing. Trying to even say the type of hotel no do makoto no. It's not the standard of the players. Then the next thing was players they try to boycott training. Not they are into Omoka. Yes, maybe full say footballers them to true. Omo career is short, and sometimes when they are demanding for their money, Omo deserve to say the moment. But based on what they have put in the country through, and then Ghana for be full blaster players in 2014. Yeah. Then concentration and safety eco bonus. So better na ye. Ti DR Congo di.
Onga ko sabe gumu. Tuanzebi.
Jojo.
Indiana. Tuanzebi go where is it?
DR Congo. Is it Burnley? Is it Burnley also?
I'm the Burnley.
Oh.
It's in now.
Ombo pa.
Okay.
Maybe I started na abua DR Congo no. Nze onyanti yi.
One bisaka.
Talent there by next standard no. I'm not sure so lucky. Sometimes it might be selection problem. But baby I mean who's the problem can say no one say. When you are used to one thing, na sa de ko ade chi ade sa de ko ni failure. You need to make changes. Say offer team na anko 2022 na. Ubenya some of these players to create competition, you need to bring in other players. And now I'm say. Mentia say reason why Kayode at Brentford. It's not the starting right back for the Italian national team. By Di Lorenzo Nebo Italian national team right back. 2.
Kayode no true
yes.
Hard.
Oh no, there's Obo Italy right back.
True say United no.
Say Italy team no.
True say
Liverpool no. Say Italy be in a 4-back system. At no point, and I said the left back of the Italian national team, I said Di Marco Nobo. Because Di Marco is a system player or function in a 3-back system whilst operating as a left wing back. Italy in the last 5-6 years, their best left back is Leandro Spinazzola. And Obi Oshe Euro 2000 even at the age of 31, so in the Napoli jersey. When you are doing transition, you cannot go to where Baba kick out experienced players. Yes, maybe he might not be playing the top leagues in Europe. But to be to say Marco Verratti, looking at deep line playmakers at Italy at Traumuninano, at the end of 2025, now say Italy starting game, now Manolo Catelli, and a ball as a defensive midfielder. Now coach S. Niwua, now they will be replacing your Brian Cristante. And they are seeing him. So what did I say? They have a system problem, which I understand. But me must say, a country that has won the World Cup 4 times. We can one eye at 3, me qualify for the World Cup. And say no, we should give Libya. Mentally, the Italian players are weak. Excellent first half. Yes, Omuntimi said Norway 9 to qualify. But they needed to send a message. Say Italy is not dead. Musa ball short Bakubi. Then the next one ball net the net. Then the Italian national team collapsed. This has been a problem. Omufu say Italians spend a granta. See, will be on this side the Italian national team. Yes, maybe tactically he might not be up there with great Italian coaches. I want an opportunity to coach the national team. But best great times to say how you psych yourself to approach issues. Obiano are better than Gennaro Gattuso. So let's bring in Gattuso. But every game nature clearly say
tactical problem.
Oh, say, Ode, when you pick Italian national team coaches, or Modi Italiaco World Cup, and they are standard. Even the last World Cup, Cesare Prandelli, tactically is ahead of Gattuso. Over before, no Marcello Lippi, over Cesare Prandelli, over Giovanni Trapattoni, over Arrigo Sacchi. I think all these coaches, based on what they had achieved our club football, because Italy, they Arrigo Sacchi by the 1994 World Cup. So don't know the Champions League too. After Sacchi, Cesare Prandelli, the Euro under 21 championship. No one did with the Italian under 21 2 times. And that generation now never 1988, the likes of Nesta, Cannavaro, Totti, Del Piero, Omunina, no one of them. It in the story was like Jose Peckerman with the Argentine national team. after no Giovanni Trapattoni, after Trapattoni, but he had won the Champions League, achieved at club level. Juventus, Fiorentina, Inter, Bayern Munich. Ofriho, and Marcello Lippi by. Lippi was also a proven winner. After Lippi, Zoto Makofa Ventura, Mancini came, won the European Championship. Until Ofoma, Gattuso level 87 Ventura. But what Gattuso want to say, or was said near dinner, Otimi psyching himself up. Even when the battle is difficult, Gattuso fights a way to fight. That was what they wanted to do by Italian national team. And at his back, or Leonardo Bonucci, or the team manager of the national team, Gianluigi Buffon. These are players, they have seen it all in football.
Right.
The problem is, whilst I think they have a system, but once last time now, Fabregas can't say me say, almost lucky young talent. And I'm say Debbie, are you? So many already a FIFA under 17 tournament in the year. If you watch the FIFA under 17 tournament, and the last 2 editions of the FIFA World Cup, and your country almost lucky talent. But the problem is, the big clubs are not even giving the young players opportunity to play. Something in Spain is being easy. Salami Yamaye Italian, Kobo Serie C. Kobo Serie C. Sen Kobo se Kubasi, Italian. Every Kobo Serie D. They are not giving the young players opportunity to develop well. And if they are not competing at the highest level, I'm today in the but this Norway team, Zoto, is scary. Norway team, we now come boy without their captain Martin Odegaard. And on say, a dear man, you say they have a striker. He doesn't need 3 chances as one goal. Only 1.5. No, I should go. And for the first 50 minutes, he was out of the game. 1 chance, pa, na ball on the net, washe. Inti. That is it. Nigeria 7. It's like another generation. Fairly on my friends energy.